It's start time with the Star Roddy Rod.
Long live the chief. They call me Malimal, and I'm right here rocking with my boy, the star, Roddy Rod. So if I'm rocking with a star, that means it's star time. And this is the podcast you listen to. Sit back, kick back, and get elevated.
It's star time, and it's your boy, the star Roddy Rod. Welcome back, and today I got a special guest. I got Long Live the Chief. They call me Mally Mal. What's good, my boy?
Long live the chief. What's up, my guy? Always good to see from you. Always good to hear you. But now it's star time, baby. You gotta say it like that. It's star time.
It's star time. So tell them a little bit about yourself, boy. Tell my viewers a little bit about you.
Well, listen, man. Really about me, I'm a musician at my heart. I've been doing music for years. I do it on a humble tip right now, but I want to do it bigger. We do this podcast. I consider myself a hustler in all avenues. I just try to do whatever, learn whatever, gain whatever to be better in this world. But right now, bro, I'm 1/4 for the Premier Boys right now, bro. I'm 1/3 as a bridge right now. We got a lot of things like that going on.
Yeah. Bridge coming soon, boy. No date yet?
No date yet, but very soon. I'm gonna surprise you guys.
All right. So let's just get into it. What do you think of the current job market right now? Like we are basically past COVID somewhat, yeah. What do you think of the job market post COVID?
And the job market post COVID is like COVID got the jobs too.
Wow.
Like the job market post COVID is so mixy. Like we're dealing with a whole new world, Roddy. You understand that?
Yeah, man, of course.
It's different out here now. Like hybrid jobs, then they're trying to kill the hybrid jobs. Courier jobs and things like your Uber, and those people got way more important than ever before. However, retail jobs in general are dying. We're already dying a slow death. Now they're doing abysmally because now everybody realizes that they don't have to come to the store. Not just, the people who already didn't want to come to the store because they have the computer. So if you're looking for retail jobs, careers, or money in that avenue, I think it's drying up real bad. You got to be out here looking for the next thing. We don't live in a world where you can have one job no more and be doing good. You either better have that business, or you better be having 2 or 3 of them things and trying to figure out the taxes on the end.
I'm gonna get into that a little later, bro. You kind of jumped the gun on my questions.
Not bad. I could listen. Those are long format things. I just gave you a whole diagram. We in the game today, baby.
So, how hard is it to live and survive in New York? And do you think that we'll ever make enough to live comfortably here?
Oh yeah, you can make enough to live comfortably here. Now, do I ever think that everybody as a whole will make enough money to live comfortably here? No. But is it possible? Yes. You just have to understand that in order to live comfortably in New York, you have to be a 6-figure earner of some sort. Or you can be a high 5-figure earner, but you got to work for the city. But there's this world where, listen, if you want to make it somewhere off $40,000 and be living comfortably, you got to move to some podunk town. New York is definitely not the place. Cali, not the place. With Atlanta's not going to be no longer the place.
It no longer the place, bro.
Right. It was the place. That's why it's no longer the place.
And Florida's coming up too, bro. Mm-hmm. A lot of New Yorkers are in Florida right now.
Mm-hmm. South Florida,
raising up that property tax in Florida and everything. Niggas just don't understand that Florida is the Miami. You know, the city part of Florida is just freaking New York with a beach behind it. You know,
Right.
you just have a beach nearby.
A better beach. If you see the beaches in Florida, you see the beaches here.
Yeah, boy.
We got beaches here, but these ain't no beaches. We jumping in chocolate rivers out here. Florida, you can see your toes.
Right. So, you kind of touched on this a little bit, but technology is replacing more jobs and making it unfair to workers. Do you believe that all the jobs are just going to technology, basically?
I mean,
in the future?
I mean, we've seen a trend
Mm-hmm.
in that, and that's always going to be a trend. The quick, like in every form of labor, when there's new technology introduced that makes the labor quicker, more efficient, more easy to do, it also makes the worker for that labor a lot more expendable. Right?
Yep.
So just like in McDonald's, where now they got the automatic orders and they have the kiosk that you pay for your food at, and people just bring it to you. Don't you notice there's less counter workers? They even made less counter space.
Not only that, your average grocery store, i.e. Target, i.e. Walmart, there's more self-checkouts than anything.
Correct. They got
that replaced the whole batch of cashiers.
Exactly. One worker for 6 registers versus 6 workers for 6 registers. If you're the business person, which one would you prefer for your bottom line? You understand what I'm saying? It's only natural. The thing is, like I'm telling you, we all have to be making sure that we're ahead of the curve. We don't live in the world that our parents lived in, nor do we even live in the world that they taught us to be ready for. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
We cannot, it's not going to work, especially here in New York. It's not going to work. There's going to be a lot of welfare. There's going to be a lot of struggling. There's going to be a lot of not eating. I promise you, after a while, it's not going to work. I go to the store, there's sodas there for $2.50, $3. Stuff that would have been $1 max 10 years ago.
Oh my gosh, bro. Inflation is really kicking my ass right now. And it makes me think about why not just get on food stamps and freaking just try to go that route. Like, all these people on food stamps is sort of living their life, boy.
What do you mean they're living their life? You know how poor you got to be to have food stamps? You know what poverty level you got to be plus have bills? Come on, man. There's people you can be working
but look at you,
retail and still have too much money to afford food stamps. It's ridiculous.
Still?
Yeah, because the government always takes a long time to adjust for the inflation that's happening.
Damn, you're spitting facts right now, man.
They can barely handle their own inflation. They can handle ours.
That's why I wanted to know. That's why companies are always looking to cut costs.
That's a fact.
Why when you go into like a Dollar Tree or a Dollar General or even a Family Dollar, there's one cashier for like 10 people in a line. Because all they want to do is cut costs wherever they can. What surprised me is when a lot of these tech companies, I'm talking Facebook, Google, Meta, Amazon, even McDonald's, cutting workers. Yeah. These are freaking These are freaking top of the line $1 billion companies, and they gotta lay off people.
Is this episode gonna be named the scary real stuff episode? Because you want some real scary real stuff?
It's not gonna be named that, but
I'm not good with the names. I think that's kept. But if you want to hear some scary stuff on that same vein, these corporations are not only laying off the workers, but if you keep the top of these ladders, a lot of these corporate owners, these CEOs, they're jumping out, they're resigning. Some people with a majority stake in corporations for years and years and years, selling all this
so
stuff.
the top people are jumping out too. People who's probably been at that job for 40, 30, ready to retire, 70-year-old guy, don't want to get behind his desk, leaving? What?
Bro, you're not even
I thought they stay at their jobs till they die.
Bro, you're not even understanding. I'm talking about the owners of these companies. Just all of a sudden after years giving. Let's look at a more recent example. Vincent K. McMahon. Vince McMahon just sold the WWE. And they've been sneak selling shares. Him, Stephanie, Triple H, all the family members been sneak selling shares for years.
Vince McMahon sold?
They sold the WWE. WWE is no longer. It was already public. Now it's sold to Endeavor, which they plan to make it one of the biggest publicly traded fight companies of any type, because they also bought the UFC in the same deal. Which is another thing Dana White sold. Which, you hear me? They bought a bunch of companies to put together this new company.
But that's called merger and acquisition. That has been happening for a long time when companies have been failing or wanting to merge anyway. Like,
say what you said again.
That's been happening for a long time. That's when companies wanted to merge or acquisition.
But why would companies normally merge or acquisition? What did you just say?
Because somebody's failing or somebody wants to go. Somebody's very, very, very close to going bankrupt.
Exactly. Now look at.
And sometimes they do.
But listen, now
they're one step away from doing that bankrupt.
Now listen, we go back. We open up these books. Look at WWE's books. Look at UFC books. How close were they to bankruptcy?
I wouldn't know that information.
I got you. Don't worry. The WWE has been having its best revenue years for the last 5 years straight. Damn. Especially, they even made more money during the pandemic because it cost them so much money to run the shows from every city every week. So without running the shows, the overhead cost of running all these shows and all these venues went to zero, but they're still getting the money from the TV deals. And still selling merch online. Saving money.
Merch was going to be sold for that.
Saving money on flights, baggage, and all that stuff that they would pay for the more special wrestlers. Now you don't got to send them so many places. There's only one place for them to go. Half of them already live in Florida because that's where the PC is anyway. They say they made the most money they have made as a company in totality in the last 5 years.
Wow.
So are you hearing what I'm saying?
Yes, but there's other, like, notice you notice how, like, in the news there's always been banks merging as well.
Yeah. See, bank failures is very different from something like a WWE UFC failure. See, if a bank fails, that could cause a public panic. Like, if the WWE fails, there's only going to be like maybe a few million nerds sad, including me.
I got it.
If a few banks fail,
bank affects so much more people. Got it.
The country are going to anarchy if too many banks fail. That's what was the worry back in 2011. But that's why 2011 set us up for exactly what we have going on now, Roddy. Have you ever heard of the phrase quantitative easing?
Nah, explain that to me and the people.
Okay, listen. For the Star fan, right? We're gonna try to get that one over. This only the second, third episode. We're gonna try to get that one over. For the Star fan, what quantitative easing is essentially when the economy was failing in 2008, the government decided to allow the Federal Reserve, to mess with some things. Now, when they say mess with some things, essentially what we were doing by switching the Federal Reserve rates, that's how they influence how much money comes into the system. So during the 2008 recession, the Great Recession as we call it, that was the solution in order to get people back up on their feet. So they pumped all this extra money into the thing, including those money to save those banks. Because the banks, quote unquote, as Barack Obama said, were too large to fail. That's the bailout money. But also, they pumped a lot of money into the general economy too. Now, basic economy class, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing that drives value is supply and demand.
That's true.
If you're creating more money, that means there's less what for that money?
Demand, they could spend it how they want to.
Right? There's less demand for the money. More supply, less demand. When there's more
when
supply,
they gave out those 3 stimulus,
not even in there yet.
Oh, go on. I jumped the gun. Go ahead.
When there's more supply and less demand, the price, the worth, the value of something goes where? Up or down?
Up.
Nope. When there's less demand and more supply, it goes down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Think about it. Think about it. Why does the store sell you a canned soda for $1, but a box of canned sodas, 12 in a case for $6? The more you have, the less value it has.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus, if you go into the store and you see a Pepsi, you see it's 1 for $1, and you see the sale for like a whole case of 12 for like $6, you're gonna automatically think, let me get the case of 12 so I don't have to keep buying. Or get a couple cases as well if it's a family,
Right.
So I see what you mean.
What I'm trying to say is, it's like, so imagine doing that with the entirety of the economy. You get what I'm saying? Imagine doing that with the entirety of the economy. That's what they were doing. It was so bad that in 2011, when the government told everybody we was going to stop doing this, right? And you got to look this back. Got to look this up. In 2011, when they said, okay, we're going to stop putting money into the economy because it's messing up the economy. The day that they set to stop, the stock market damn near crashed. One of the biggest drops in the history of the Dow Jones. So they immediately reset it without an end date. See, what we're reaping now is 10 years of pushing money into the economy. On top of everything that's happening overseas, on top of weakening strength overseas, we are in a different world.
That is true, bro.
So you worried about AI taking your job? You better be worried about getting some business in your hand.
Hey, we'll be mentioning AI just now, but now we see that the new normal is everybody's migrating to different hustles because they have to.
Right.
You're working from home. A lot of people who work from home, some of their companies never renew their lease. Or some of their companies just went remotely online in general and say, oh, we're just gonna operate from the cloud.
And it's like, A lot of people are upset about that. They're like, well, if we could have been did this, why couldn't we been do this? The answer is, for every one person that's going to be on their grind for that 8 hours that they're supposed to be just taking in the comforts of their home. Maybe they can eat a brownie every now and then when they want to, but they still going to be working. There's going to be 5 people sitting in their crib with the TV on and the computer on, watching the TV, not doing their work, getting paid. It's hard to trust people. That's the problem.
Yeah, that I ain't gonna lie. You put it. You're sitting next to the TV. You're sitting next to the computer. You can do your own errands while you're not on Zoom meetings and doing your work. So hey, the convenience of being in your house have its pluses too.
1,000%. But if you get too convenient in that house, you mean your bank account ain't gonna have its pluses.
Yeah, and then I'm realizing that jobs that people would frown upon, more people are going as a demand to these jobs. Like now, we see that they have Uber, they have DoorDash, they have Uber Eats. They have so many. They have what's that one with the grocery one? I forgot the name.
That's Hello Fresh?
No, it's a different name.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember. Fresh Direct?
No. They is an app and they deliver the
Instacart.
There we go.
Okay.
And then more than ever since the pandemic, people have been getting their driving on. Like, there's been more cars bought during this pandemic than ever.
Because right now, like you said, you got to be able to do multiple things, and you cannot. And I promise you, from trial and error, you cannot get those things done relying on the MTA or public transportation. You got to be able to get where you going, how you going there. Like you saying, right now it's the gig economy, Instacart, Uber, all that stuff. You know what helps those things? Are greatly. You ever seen somebody walk to deliver your Uber?
Yeah, they have Uber? Walkers as well.
But I said, have you ever actually seen somebody walk?
No, I think I've seen somebody on the scooter.
Right. See a scooter every now and then, a bike every now and then, but everybody pull up in their whips. And I don't fault them either.
And one thing I've noticed too, like food, restaurants, chains will always be making the money.
Food.
I don't know if you peeped, but a lot of these restaurant chains has been expanding.
Yeah. What do you think happened to them during the pandemic too? They got to
pay
less.
Some of them actually was born during the pandemic, because I'm now seeing King Crab and Crab the Drawer. That was 2 years now.
That was born after a lot of the Chinese food spots collapsed during the pandemic because people were blaming them for the pandemic.
That's true. So all I'm saying is the money is in opening restaurants, opening bars, and I'm noticing that a lot of that has been popping up in New York a lot more lately. Every week there's a new restaurant chain. Every week there's a new bar.
Well, that I think is part of the course. People are gonna do what they do. I think that's just normal. Because restaurants had it the hardest during the pandemic itself, just not fast food restaurants. Because whereas like people were trying to build shelters and things, and try to trick people into basically coming out during the disease because they needed to keep their stuff open. The fast food industry said, "Nah, y'all can stay outside just like it used to be." The fast food industry was already set for you to get your food and get the hell out of it. So It's like a go back. It's like a one for one. Even Mr. Beast started during the pandemic. And he's doing well.
Who?
Mr. Beast. He got a line of he's a YouTuber that started his own food line, his own fast food chain, Beast Burgers.
Wow. So all I gotta say is everybody's just being creative and finding different ways to keep that money flowing. Traditional 9 to 5.
Right. You get real
Not
creative,
enough
you get
people.
hungry.
Not enough people are looking to get hired at a traditional 9 to 5 now if they can. So they're finding different avenues to feed themselves and their families.
That's what it is. Shoot. Yourself first. I'm telling you, bro. This world is not set up right now where you gotta have a business. That business gotta be going. Or you're gonna be on the struggling end of things. And gotta do something, side hustles, whatever you want to call it. The Uber thing that's literally having your own business. You just work as a contractor through people. They don't tell you who you can work for, so do it all. That's if I had to give advice, that's my advice, because we out here fighting until we got it, because we really don't know what's happening next, right? What trends do you see? We see cryptocurrency as a trend, right? We see more people using and accepting it, less countries outright banning it, things of that nature. But we also see our dollar dying
fast too.
We just
now. You could go right now. It's getting to the point where you could go any store and use your card to tap.
Yeah.
Some people don't even have registers to freaking take cash, and that's a dangerous thing with the way technology is going, especially at ATMs. You know.
Right.
So I want to know. I really hope that we don't get another shutdown, because we had a hard time with conquering this shutdown. I don't think the U.S. can handle another one. You?
I don't think so, but the Great Reset. This is all going to be a part of the Great Economic Reset, because that's what happens in general. There's always a Great Reset. My thing is, I'm just worried about the U.S. economy and where we fall, how we shake up as average Americans after that, especially with the way America has been built for maybe the last 50, 60, 70 years. Like, we're a service economy now, whereas 50, 60, 70 years we were industrial. And then before that, agriculture. Like, there's a lot of change that's happening. But with the dollar now being in so much flux, which is something that we've never had this level of change while the dollar is in so much danger.
It's rapid change as well.
That's what I'm saying. So,
like I was gonna say something. Hold on. Like, you know that, like, you have some restaurants like Wendy's and McDonald's that have 2 for $4 and 4 for $4, and 2 for $3 and 4 for $4, and that's like the least you can get from these places. And there's only so long that they're going to be able to keep that menu up due to inflation. It's already bad that if you buy something off the menu, you're spending $8-9.
That's the truth, but it's a larger thing. We all need to be looking at a different way of doing things, because if you haven't even noticed, I'm sure if you've done your taxes this year, you've seen the way the tax rate is different. Now, they said they did that to make it the tax burden less heavy on people, but I know what math is. It don't look less heavy. You know what I mean? It does not look less heavy. It looks heavy. It looks heavier. So, listen, but that's all in us, bro. Like, there's always ways. All we got to do is get up and go get it.
Yeah. So you believe that you need to not only be an entrepreneur, but you need to have multiple sources of income as well, right? Not just stick to one income.
Completely. Completely. One income hasn't really worked for many people since what, 2000?
2000.
Like it's like, and you have to have
That's a long
income.
time, boy.
I'm talking. Am I lying? Anybody out there, Star Fam, anybody listening to this right now, you look out and think about what you've been seeing. Has one job been enough to be good? Not to survive, but to be good. There's a difference. I need y'all to understand that. You can tread above water with one job. You can figure out some stuff. You know, one job, a little government assistance, a little this, a little that. But is that good? No. What good is with that one job, that one income can take care of every expense, give you disposable income, allow you to save, allow you to invest. People,
and it's worse if you got to feed multiple people.
We didn't even get there yet. It's like all that. That's right, all that before we got there. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? Well, you ain't even got the kids yet. And you already messed over. But guess what you still gonna do? You still gonna make the kids because we supposed to. And if not because we supposed to, because you horny. One of the two things. But they still gonna come. So how you deal with that world?
And you about to be in that boat right now, bro.
Yep. It was definitely somewhere between the first and second reason. But that's what I'm saying though. But I don't plan, you know, we got different plans. Like I see the world for what it is.
So now
the world
so
for
now
what it
with
is.
with this newfound mind state you have, how do you feel now that you have to provide for you and a little one coming in?
I mean, luckily for me, like honestly, I'll never be alone. My child's mother is amazing. And she ain't even got a kid yet. So I can only imagine.
It already up from there then.
So, but as far as in terms of what we're saying and how we're doing, we are preparing for this next world. Right now more than ever, we're going to see the benefit of marriages. Like a lot of people like to ask the question, what benefit does marriage have? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be able to see the benefit of marriage in those two income homes. See, this is how long it's been since you could have had a single income take care of a household. Like double income houses used to not be a thing. Mothers used to stay home, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Take care of the kids or whatever. Now they can't do that.
Now one income can't even stretch a house.
Right. Now your house got to be with co-CEOs.
I'm talking to a lot of people, and grown adults are given a percentage of their check to their parents just to stay there.
Yeah. Kids stop leaving the houses early.
Mm-hmm. Because they. Go ahead. Sorry.
Because it's hard out here. It is generally hard out here.
Hard it is, bro. So, do you think that more people will go to school to divert and learn about tech as a cause and effect if they have lost their job or their career is no more in demand? Do you see that becoming more of a thing? Do you see more tech academies being built out so more people would be at reach? What do you think of that?
I mean, that's already definitely a thing, but that's a thing that should have always been. As soon as the urgency came, that's a thing that kind of comes. More people would definitely do
They're
it, especially
concentrating more on the web development though.
because everybody needs a website. Because everybody needs to be able to run some stuff just in case the automated stuff that we haven't breaks down. They're gonna need those people, but they're not gonna need. We're not gonna need people to bag groceries in like 20 years, bro. Like there's gonna be
Might not
nobody's
even
gonna
be
bag
20.
it.
It might be a good 3.
You're right, because Amazon already has a store with no employees. I almost forgot about that. You go, you scan a few things, you take whatever you want, and you leave. They hit you with the bill later.
That is it. And it's not only that field, it's all field you can think of that the technology has been growing and has been replacing people.
Right. See, people can never be fully replaced, but in certain industries, people, the need for people to work those industries at like the face-to-face level, it's going to go away. You're going to need skills. Like, you need skills. If you don't take anything else from this podcast today, you need skills. You need to be able to do something in multiple things. You need to figure out what you're going to do. What hustle can you talk? Can you exercise? Can you do this? Can you jump in front of a camera? Can you figure out something? Can you take blood? Are you medical? Whatever you do, I don't care what you do, but you need multiple skills.
Yes.
Build stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
Can you are you a creative?
Right.
There you go. Because people always gonna need people to do creative stuff for them as well.
That's a super fact.
Like, I'm not a good drawer. I'll pay somebody to draw stuff for me if I needed it.
What I'm saying.
And make stuff.
And even that's getting scary too.
The
smart.
Oh yeah. That's why I got to get into this last question.
See, I'm always there for the tie-in.
So AI is the future, which is basically now.
Yep. I want you to understand. George Jetson was born 4 months ago, technically. We here, baby.
And the flying cars haven't even fully arrived, my boy.
They working on them. Let there be a bad enough something happen. We're gonna get them.
So how do you feel about the A&I replacing the music? I was browsing through the social medias and they had put Drake's voice on the Month song, and I heard somebody put Rihanna's voice on a Beyonce song, vice versa.
I mean, we've been able to do that forever. Now, here's the scary part. When they did the AI, they made a completely new song from scratch AI that was Drake, and it was Drake and The Weeknd. They flows, they sounds, they songs, the notes they hit, and everything. That was scary. See,
what?
You ain't hear it?
Not yet. I have not heard it yet.
I'm gonna send it to you after the thing. I was like, oh nah. So it's like.
I think I heard about the one they did with Kanye.
This one was lit. Metro Boomin was on the beat. Apparently, that's how AI they took the tag. and the label's trying to sue to get it blocked so it gets taken down. But it's a hard sue because he didn't actually steal any of their lyrics.
Oh my gosh. Like, AI is just it's just a new thing, and it's just gonna it's just crazy.
It's out here, man. We are out here. We got whole new world. You feel me?
But I feel like we always had a version of AI, but it's just been increasing over time because
Yeah,
you can say that Siri's AI.
she is. We've had AI since we've had computers, bro. Like your calculators was AI.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? That's artificial intelligence. That's not a human's intelligence doing these calculations. That is a computer.
Wow. Even when they did the music with the Zapp and Roger, and that is AI.
That's a level of AI. Because Zapp and Rogers could not hit those notes. Can't do it.
Man, so the future of AI it's basically here. We're in
Future is
it.
now, my boys. Future is now, my boy. So like you gotta stop. If you're fighting it, don't fight it. You better get with it. Get with it or get lost, like Lloyd said, I think.
Yeah, Lloyd said it in the song. But people are using AI the way AI has been evolving, people been using it to cheat, people been using it to write stuff.
Yeah.
AI is just gonna, the evolution of technology has made the average person extremely lazy.
I mean, anybody coming from a bygone era to this era would always say that.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like the people that was picking the cotton gin watch the people that used the cotton gin and called them lazy.
It takes me 2 minutes to look up anything on this phone.
Yep. You have a supercomputer in your hand. You have a computer with more power than it took to own. You have a computer with more power than it took to put people on the moon in your pocket on a daily basis.
That's how dangerous this is, bro.
Some people say dangerous. Some people say exciting. Depends on what side of the fence you're on.
Yeah, man, I tell you. They even said that AI. Well, I'm guilty too because AI is my freaking my intro for this show. But hey, we all using AI.
Yeah. We've been in the game, bro.
So, is there anything else you want to discuss on this?
Really, just tell everybody to. The thing is, I don't want anybody to listen to this and get fearful or resistant of change and new things. The goal would be like you got to get with it because you will get lost, but get with it. You can get with it. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, get with it, get what you got to get out of this world, and do what you got to do because we got to move on either way.
And the world is always changing every day.
Yep.
Inflation is kicking everybody's ass. It's just like we going through something now, but I feel like in a few months something else is gonna hit us. That's gonna be completely different. That we'll have to adapt to again.
Listen. And we will. We should. Like, if anytime humans survive, we adapt. It's just we all have to accept that on a daily basis. That's how growth is done. If you don't accept learning and growth when the things happen that really do change, you're going to be the one the most affected. Bars.
Well, there's people who are still very old school and old fashioned. That's why they still have clerks at the post office.
And to those people, I say, you need to figure out your life.
I think there's people who still mail out letters or mail out bills.
Yep. And to
I
those
personally don't know why.
they
Hey,
feel
no online
safer.
gets it there quicker.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing gets lost in the mail. But all of those things make life easier. Therefore, people who do all those things, they're going to call you lazy for not doing it.
How's it lazy and they're just in the old fashioned mind state?
But see, that's a difference of perception.
Like people who don't do direct deposit. I mean, some has their reasons, but I personally like to just see my money hit the account on the Friday morning with the notification. So hey,
listen, I'm that guy too. You say Friday, I say Wednesday, whatever day it come, I want the money to rain in automatically. I don't like it's bad enough I got to do the work for the money. Come on, just let it come to me. You should have been paying me the same day, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
So check cash in places is still up as well.
Yeah, people still write checks for like important things, but I can't see that being like a thing.
Now when there's Cash App and Zelle,
right? But also on the other side of that coin, though, you know, as the world changes, we literally just have to see what happens with all of these things at this point.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah, man.
So this is the future of our technology, man. I tell you. I want to thank you for coming on and discussing this topic with me.
Listen, my brother, there was no way, and I mean no way, you was going to debut a new podcast and you wasn't going to get me as a guest. I'm just happy it happened earlier than later. You know, I want to be there for the come up rather than for the come up. I don't know if that makes sense.
And I had to grab you before you became too busy.
You already know, but we ain't never gonna be too busy for a little start time.
All right, so close out. Tell people where they could find you. You already know.
Listen, man, you can find me. They call me Malimal. That's IG. That's Twitter. TCM Malimal. If you can't find me like that, they call me Malimal. You already know how to spell all that, so I'm gonna just spell Malimal. That's MALIMAL. The Bridge podcast coming soon. Also, always stay tuned for that Premier Boys podcast. We're coming back with new episodes real soon. Okay, guys? Listen, I'm going to get on out of here, but I need you to follow up with me. I need you to follow me. I need that interaction. Engage with us, baby. It's start time. And they call me my long little chief.
Yeah. I'll be right back. This is the Star Roddy Rod, and I'm the host of Start Time. So I want to tell y'all about this awesome show that I'm on called the Premier Boys Podcast, where it's just me and 3 other brothers, Ken Mr. Gentleman, Ken Talk Aaron Sands, and Long Live the Chief Malimal, discussing topics of the culture and our opinions, latest news topics, latest stories, scandals, and we have a lot of fun doing this, you know? We talk our own opinions. Sometimes it's real raw, real raunchy, and sometimes it's just fun and games. So, you know, listen to it with an ear, you know, of enjoyment. We're here to entertain you, you know? We talk about topics of the news. We talk about reviews of shows. We just talk about anything from music to current events and everything in between. So you can catch us on Wednesdays on all streaming platforms with the exception of Spotify. So after you listen to this, go right ahead and listen and subscribe to the Premier Boys podcast. Recommended by me, the Star Roddy Rod of Star Time. All right. It's Star Time. That was another episode of Star Time with 1/4 of the Premier Boys. Long live the Chief, Malimal. We talked about a lot this episode: jobs, AI, infrastructure, the future, and he's telling us the future is now. It is crazy. But I want to thank everybody who checked out this episode. Meant a lot to me. And don't forget, the old school show is coming back with me and Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, May 25th. Yes. Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle presents the old school shows coming back. You can check me out here every Monday and every Wednesday on the Premier Boys podcast. Yeah. Just want to say I have a podcast out for this week. Dating Will Be the Death of Me, where we talk Tinderless Swindler. Yeah, that was a great episode. Shout out to Amanda, man. Her show is very interesting, so definitely check out that show. Definitely subscribe. I became a fan even before I was a guest appearance on that show. But I want to say thank you because as of this week, I'm 13 days #1 on the documentary charts for Good Pods. #6 on Society and Culture. On the top 100, I'm number 28. And on the Indies chart, I'm number 23. So, if you're enjoying Star Time, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the podcast. Get more people to check me out. I'm on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, and many, many more. So, until next time, this is the Star Roddy Rod, and I'll see y'all next Monday.
Long live the Chief. They call me Malimal, and I'm right here rocking with my boy, the Star, Roddy Rod. So if I'm rocking with a star, that means it's Star Time. And it's the podcast you listen to. Sit back, kick back, and get elevated.